Send it over to Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins. You are busy, sir.
Yeah. Just got here. Just got to this seat now. Let's talk about it. We have to watch this, guys. It's a tropical storm eventually that will be heading our direction. And if you've lived in this area or any hurricane country for a while, you know, everybody says, I've seen Cat 1s that were less than a tropical storm that came through, right? So we're going to respect this, but right now it looks like 55 to 65 mile per hour winds are possible, especially along the immediate coast, mainly on Sunday, okay? Sunday is going to be the time when we're really going to be watching to do this, okay? So there's the potential tropical cyclone 4. Winds right now at 30 miles per hour. It's moving to the west-northwest at 16. That has slowed just a little bit, but the current track will take it right over Cuba, over those tall mountains. It's going to struggle. It's not going to get stronger, but then by tomorrow morning it's sitting out here and it will get stronger. Let's go back to that track again. You can see that there are some waves of rain now. These are outer rain bands, if you will, coming through the Bahamas, even in the southeast Florida. Highlands County, some of the showers we see today will be from that. Now, here we go. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, 35 mile per hour winds just as it's moving out over the Florida Straits, crossing just near Key West. And then here we go. This is the key. This is Sunday morning, the center west of Sarasota. The weather is north and east of this, so we'll already have the weather moving in late Saturday night and the Sunday morning. 50 mile per hour winds, and if it can stay offshore, you will see 65 mile per hour winds. Now, I put this red line on here because I don't usually use this, but I wanted to show you that if this goes to the right, it's a big time difference because it won't get as strong as 65 mile per hour winds. If it can stay right out over the water, it will get stronger, and we could get 65 mile per hour winds. As it goes north of us, those winds on the backside turn onshore. And so we're going to get a little surge out of that, about 3 foot. 1 to 3 foot is what we're thinking. We also have a new moon on Sunday, so tides will be running higher anyways. So that might actually go to the right, and that's the reason why I showed you that line. But you can see then, look at the folks in the Carolinas. They're going to have to deal with it. 60 mile per hour winds by the time we get towards Tuesday night, Wednesday morning for North Carolina. We do have tropical storm watches from the Pasco, Hernando border southward all the way past Sanibel, Polk County, Hardy, DeSoto in the tropical storm watch. What that means is we may see winds in excess of 40 miles per hour sustained in this area, right? It doesn't say we will, the warning says we will. Now, here are the forecast models, and that's why I said that line might come a little further to the east. And that would be a good thing. It would be a weaker system if it does. If it comes up over the water, like the Hurricane Center forecast track right here, it would be a little bit stronger. If it's out here, it'd probably be even stronger than that. So I'm leaning towards the right side there. This is our forecast model here. You can see that we basically have the showers coming off of Cuba, the center right there. There's your clock. That's tomorrow afternoon. That's a lot later than most models are doing it. But then by the time we get towards Sunday morning around 10 a.m., there's the center. It's a little bit later. But you see what the winds are doing here and the heavy rain? So the timing may change, but this is pretty similar to what I expect will happen. By Sunday, midday into the afternoon hours, the center's right near us. Very heavy rain will be to the right side of it. Look how much rain's on the right side versus out on the left side. All right, we're basically looking at that moving to the north-northeast as we get going into Sunday night and clearing. This is around 9 p.m. or so. So this is a late Saturday night, really Sunday morning pre-dawn hours through Sunday evening. Then things will get better as they go to the north and the east. But still, look, we're not done with it quite. We will have still some of those rain bands left over on the back side of it. Now, 1 to 3 foot surge is what we're expecting at this particular point. Again, that might change if it gets stronger, but that we can handle for most areas. But if you live right along the coast and you get those lower areas where we get the flooding with just a high tide, that's going to cause some issues. The onset of tropical storm force winds, Sunday morning, 8 a.m. You want your preps done really by sunset on Saturday if you're doing those, okay? And then you can see our probability of actually seeing that is about 18%. That number's going to come up. Don't worry about that. Here is the bottom line. Should get Tropical Storm Debbie. The impacts will be Saturday night and Sunday. Rainfall and flooding will be one of the worst things that we see, but we're talking maybe about 6 to 8 inches of rain for the heavier spots. The coast might get a little less than that. 45 to 55 mile per hour winds, that could go to 65. So we want to watch that. And then the forecast will eventually shift a little bit. So stay tuned and keep in mind that there's still some uncertainty because this is a blob down there which hasn't turned yet, right? And that makes all the difference.